So you went to the. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting our own edge. You went to the fertility place, jerked off in a little office, and then handed it over.
Yeah, no magazines, no TV, no nothing. I had to connect to their Wi-Fi on my fucking phone because there was no signal, and I just went, "What is the weirdest fucking hentai that I can look up to have their sysadmin fucking freak out?" And I shit, man, nah. I just googled pictures of like, I think I literally went, "Porn, what do I do again?" And I went on to Google and typed in like big boobs and just like went into like images. And I shit because I don't fucking
like a child.
Safe
like
search.
A but it ended up like I had to come out. And the problem is you come out into a waiting room of everyone who knows you've just had a wank, and not everyone's there for a wank. There's women there as well, and they tell you if there's no nurse, keep the jar in your armpit to keep the sperm warm. And all that. So I was just sitting with like a jug of cum in my armpit for like 5 minutes and nobody came. So I went outside for a smoke. And then the nurse came and went, "Where is he?" And people in the waiting room went, "He's outside smoking." And she was not fucking happy with me. She was like really upset. And like in the car park, I'm just handing over like a jar of cum to the fucking nurse.
I've done this twice. Yeah. So we had hope really quickly, but for Colin, there was this delay. It turned out it was on my wife's side, a little foul up with the C-section, but we didn't know why we weren't having a kid, so we got me tested. The first time I go in there, and they gave me like a jar to take home, and they're like, "Wank in this thing, drive straight over and do the thing." And the test went well, but I guess they do it more than once. And they're like, "Yeah, so here's a little sample collector. You can go home, do whatever." And I'm like, "Don't you have like wank banks right here?" And they're like, "Yeah, we do, but you can go home." And I'm like, "Nah,
I don't know, make a trip.
I'm here already, like I'm good to go." And you have to like abstain for 2 or 3 days. But so I was ready. I wasn't ready to abstain longer. Like I did. Let's go right now. I'm all pent up. I'm ready. I'm a finely tuned athlete, and I'm peaking today. So they put me in a little wank bank, and there were magazines there, worn out. Pages missing, folded where folds don't belong. Like these were slut magazines that man had passed between them for, I'm talking about the magazines themselves, not the pictures. The women were lovely, I'm sure, but the magazines, they were passed from guy to guy to guy.
Okay.
And but I made it work.
Things I've seen.
Yeah. If those magazines could talk, they'd have one story to tell again.
I like the fact that pages were folded as if someone wanted to keep their place. Like, I'll be back.
Yeah. Big folds
to be continued.
Someone was manhandling these magazines. Like were they stored up in a tube at point? I don't know. But and when I got out there, this is the part I didn't like. I've got my sample, and there's like a nurse behind a counter. I didn't have to wait. They were like ready for me. And she goes, "Okay." And I'm like, "Right here in front of me? You're checking out the size of my load?"
Put enough in there. So she might have to be like, did you miss?
No matter how much I gave, I would go out with a comment like that. Even if it's not a drop miss, be like, "Oh, it's all over the toilet seat. Sorry."
It looks like Ghostbusters in here.
Could you not confident with that cup of cum?
What if
you just be like, "I got it. Here's the cum."
They expect you to be in there for a long time, maybe like some people, because it's a fucking weird place to do that. So you'd have time if you wanted to get like a couple loads out. You could.
They look a lot at your at like the density of it. Like I don't think they count every sperm.
Yeah.
They just want to know like a subsample. I wonder if you put a second and third load in there, if it would hurt your numbers.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Are you thinking that those later loads won't be as dense sperm?
I'll bring some.
I am, but I'm not a scientist. I'm just a guy really good at masturbating.
Well,
your first test of the day is the one that's supposed to get tested.
I think so. Like they have you save up for a couple of days, and I think your first load is your best effort. If you told me, "Woody, we're going to run a 100-meter dash, but run 3 of them to get the best time possible," it's like, bro, trust me, they get worse and worse.
Yeah. That's a good comparison. You're right. I'm glad you guys talked me off that ledge before I made a fool of myself at the sperm clinic. I just go there.
He's been in there for 45 minutes.
I heard
it took me a while because I kept getting put off because like it's just a little shitty like doctor's wooden door. I could hear everyone's conversations in the waiting
that's
room.
Hotter.
I know, man, and I'm sort of sitting there like that. I don't give a fuck if you're going to fucking Rachel's barbecue at the weekend. But I don't want to fucking hear about this. I don't want to go. Oh, but we have to go because I said we'd go. I'm trying to have a wank.
You're like yelling from the room. Talk about your pussies. I'm trying to get this office. I'm trying to get out of here. Talk about your tits.
I'm spinning barbecue fantasies in my head. Come on. See, I think you guys are masturbating at a lower level than me. I don't think you have my subject matter expertise on this. I could totally spin her conversation into fodder.
Like you sit there with headphones in, listening to like whale song at the right. It must be exactly 68 hertz to achieve like peak smell count or something.
It's like, have you ever seen that old King of the Hill where Hank has to give sperm and the doctor's like, Mr. Hill, would you like any visual aid? And he's like, oh, yes, if you have popular mechanics, I'd appreciate it. And they're like, no, Mr. Hill, you have to masturbate in the cup. Yeah, but he has horrible sperm.